What's going on, everybody? We are here checking out the end of the month wrap up for March, looking at Space Marine 2. They're going to talk about what's coming in the future and what they had done last month. So let's go ahead and jump into it. It says, greetings, brothers and sisters. Many announcements have taken place throughout March. Let's rewind a bit, and then let's dive into the upcoming content. We'll also tackle the polls taken to make the absolute difficulty more to your liking. Month rewind, we made a huge announcement where they announced that Space Marine 3 has begun development. We had a video about that. It says they're excited to see your enthusiasm, although we hear those of you who fear Space Marine 2 and its future support. And they want to set the record straight, saying that Space Marine 3 does not mean the end of Space Marine 2's development, and it's far from it. No teams are shifting over, no one is abandoning the game, and our plans to bring more awesome content to Space Marine 2 remain. We are working on much more content and surprises for the months to come, such as a new class, more operations, melee weapons, and more. Trust us, there are surprises even data miners haven't found out about. This announcement simply marks the genesis of a new project years away from release. We've made a decision and have just started the process. Many of you were very excited for this project, and this makes us incredibly happy and motivated. Thank you for the unwavering support. And I think it's mainly because there's no more story in Space Marine 2. So Space Marine 3 will let us take us to that next step of what's going on. Hopefully they kind of make it bigger, I guess, in the story side of it. We launched the PTS on March 13th. The public test server was made available mid-March, and you've been very dedicated and serious about it. And that was only on PC. They've opened the forum to let you voice your opinion on the content featured in the PTS, and they started compiling the feedback already. They're going to implement some of them directly on a PTS update that'll come in early April. It says one of the feedback things it wants to tackle is that prestige perks are not game changer. They are too weak and not worth the effort. So if you don't know, prestige perks are like you go up to a certain level and you get some more perks. It says prestige perks have not been conceived as game-breaking perks meant to allow you to roll on late-game content. Another way to say it is that we don't want the prestige perks to be so strong they become must-haves for higher difficulties. We really want to emphasize that you don't need prestige perks to be absolute difficulty. This would make grinding for them an obligation when we really want them as a minor reward for those who chose to pursue them. The idea behind prestige perks is to provide you with more replayability, so you actually have purpose farming PvE content other than purging for the Imperium, of course. We don't want players to feel like they need to base their builds upon prestige perks, otherwise it will feel like a forced grind. Don't forget that there's a unique cosmetic for each class to unlock once you max out a class. And I think the idea is from some people it's probably that they're not a game changer, they're too weak and not worth the effort, but I think the statement of they're too weak is kind of an important statement that they should look at, because what is too weak? Is it on less than the highest perk that you can get? Or is it you might as well not even, you might as well not even get it? And I think it just comes down to it just not being fun to play with or use. If it was something that people enjoyed doing or using, then they wouldn't really care about the effort to get it or them being at a weakness that's not super powerful, It says prestige ranks are resetting the class progression to level 1. It will be tedious and too long to get to level 25 again. And they say they've increased the amount of XP players are getting in preparation for the prestige system. We've added extermination bonuses, quick match bonuses, plus new difficulties grant more XP. On top of that, we'll add an XP bonus to make your post-prestige progression faster. Again, we are trying to strike the balance between having something to keep playing and not forcing players to grind for 100 hours. It says the prestige perks for the heavy class are too centered around melee combat. They are working on changes regarding the heavy prestige perks to better integrate them for heavy builds. They say assault should have access to the Inferno pistol. They say absolutely. That's why we'll include the weapon to assault options starting from the next PTS update. And then they say you can join the players on Discord. So patch 7.0 is going to come out mid-April on all platforms, and they're going to jump into the content here. We're going to get the Space Wolves chapter pack. I'm not going to lie, this image looks cool, but also looks kind of odd. But we have some of the looks here. We can see the chest plate, the shoulder, the back piece. It all looks really cool. The hammer, the gun, the sword. It comes with its great companies, see below. So then these are the different companies that you can get. The cosmetics. We're going to get the Imperial Fist Champion Pack. That's pretty cool. Let me see here. We got the chest piece. We got the shoulder, the back. There's going to be a new map for PvE. The new Exfiltration map is coming with patch 7.0. As the name of the update hints, you will meet with a terrible new boss, the Trigon. The Trigon is a giant Tyranid creature that can burrow itself in the ground and carve underground tunnels that can be used by smaller Tyranids to bypass the defense lines and coordinate surprise attacks. Exfiltration task takes place on Everex. Your mission is to exfiltrate a tech priest occupying an Adeptus Mechanicus facility on the planet. However, you'll have to cross a Trigon territory to reach the facility. You have to deal with the relentless assaults of the creature to complete your mission. And they got some images here, some like concept images. Or it might be in-game images. And then the big boss itself. So it says, speaking of PvE, as discussed before in the PTS section, more features will be tweaked, prestige ranks will become unlockable, and weapon class restrictions will be adjusted, allowing classes to access more weapons. Additionally, PvE matchmaking will be improved, reducing the chances of joining a team with the same class. Regarding PvP, patch 7.0 will bring private lobbies to PvP. Also, we made matchmaking improvements for better team balance. Private lobbies will allow you the opportunity to customize your PvP experience with many adjustable options. You'll be able to tag with up to 11 other players in 6v6 lobbies, toggle friendly fire, change the class limitation restriction, change the score time limit, modify damage multipliers of the weapons, and more. Sounds like a pretty nice, fun thing if people want to hold their own tournaments. Having the private lobbies is a good way to do that. General additions, weapon perks, reworks, new colors available in the Armory Hall, Volupus Pink and Thousand Suns Blue. It's a nice blue. Cloth coloring for Bulwark and Hoods. Bulwark. What was that word I said? Every class. Option to color hands separately from arms. Also, the Infernal Pistol will now be available to Assault, Vanguard, Sniper, and Heavy class players, both in PvP and PvE. Look at that. Cannot wait until the release in April. Try it on the PTS. Unless you're playing on console, then you can't. The PTS is only on Steam. And then there's a community event in March, from the March 24th. Well, you'll probably see this after that ends. But they had XP increase on it. It said, we see your ideas and are doing our best to give them a status and leave comments when we can. However, they remain extremely numerous, so please be patient. And remember that we will mainly tackle ideas that have been upvoted with the most G2G points. Results of the absolute difficulty polls. First of all, we want to kindly thank you for your input. We're working hard to improve the game and make it to players' liking. The absolute difficulty, as expressed in the previous community update, was tough to balance, so we're grateful for your inputs. You voted for more enemies on absolute difficulty with a total of 74.64% votes. Voted for against augmenting the ammo refill limitations. Voted for more enemy aggressiveness, and voted against increasing enemy health and damage. Your feedback on both the absolute difficulty poll and PTS content is well taken. We are planning to make some careful changes in patch 8.0. I think I voted for the majority in a lot of this stuff. That's it for this month. As always, we want to thank you for your dedication and your passion. Seeing your feedback and comments on the game really drives us to deliver more and more content. Space Marine 2 wouldn't be the game it is now without you, and we're far from finished with this title, Emperor Protects. So what do you guys think of the update that's coming, the Space Wolves, and the new champion, the Imperial Fist Champion pack, and then we have the Space Wolves. I think the Space Wolves are pretty cool, pretty interesting. I don't know the lore behind them, but I think the armor looks cool. And I think the Imperial Fist is the champion pack, so you don't really get to change any of the armor and stuff that's with it, or the coloring of it. But I think the armor itself looks pretty good. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Still hoping to hear more. I was hoping to hear something about Horde mode. Maybe in 8.0 we'll see Horde mode come. It's kind of, the game has been out for quite a bit of time now. To think of Horde mode coming this far into the game seems kind of odd, but maybe they're still working on some bugs or something, or some tweaks. So we'll just have to see what they say. I think 8.0 will probably be the best opportunity to put that in there, but we'll see. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel for more Space Marine updates, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace.